Hey, welcome to the Chronicles of an Unknown Champion. I mean, you know the champion whose name is on screen. His name is Gangplank, and he planks on a gang. That's why they call him that. That being said, you know, we're just going against a Fiora, and this is an important clip, right? Because I lose track of their health bars up at the top of the screen there. Skarner went in at full health, Fiora had 200. Skarner flashes out at 0 health, and Fiora has 200. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But something certainly did. That is a fact. Yes, indeed. Have you tried the toast yet? You gotta try it, man. It's the best toast you'll ever have. Cracked whole wheat bread. You gotta try it. You really gotta go for it. The Zac CC, I'm not having any of it, right? I'm flashing out of there. I'm not getting pulled into tower range. I'm not dying to Fiora. Oh, you think I'm gonna die to freaking Fiora on a Gangplank? No, I know her limits, I know my limits, I understand the champion damages, I know exactly how a Jack zungles, you know how it is, like sometimes you just gotta go for broke. And I went for it all here. Fiora switched back to Ignite, and that was my downfall. I should have been paying more attention and perhaps healed a little bit earlier. But you know what, that's okay. Because I got my cracked whole wheat toast. That's right, friends. You guessed it. Everything is okay when you have this bread. Zac, I stole your grump. But he thinks it's okay because Zac went to his local Coliseum. And he picked up some cracked whole wheat and then he toasted it. So he's fine with it, dude. He doesn't even care. Listen, the grump could be neither here. It could be either anywhere. You think it's like a heather neither, you know? That's what I'm talking about. The heather neither grump. That's what initially they were going to name it heather neither, you know? From whatever it was called before grump to now when it's called grump. Its next iteration's probably going to be heather neither, dude. I mean, unless you've thought of really every character variation in the history of every alphabet ever conceived. But it's impossible that you thought of that if you're watching this video right now, because here on the Dakota Meatballs YouTube channel, the Experience Extraordinaire, there's no more alphabet. Am I right? The only alphabet we need is cracked whole wheat toast. How's that for like a slogan, you know? Dakota Meatballs channel. The only alphabet we need is cracked whole wheat toast. I'll table it for now. I'll go back a little bit to the drawing board. We'll try to work something out, right? But one day, just one day, we might get there. That day is not today, though. It is tomorrow. It's also not tomorrow. That was a fib that I have said. But it might be some other day. You know, not today, not tomorrow. Maybe the day after the day after the day after, the week after, the month after, the hour after, 1 minute from now. You never know when anything could ever happen, right? Schedules? What is that, right? I'm chasing down Fiora here. I'm pretty sure she could turn it onto me, dude. You know, she has percentage health damage in her kit, right? I think I'm remembering that correctly. Again, by the time that I rank up to a certain rank, I should probably know for sure whether or not she actually has percentage health damage. I should also know how much it is, you know? But you know what, dude? That's okay. We got time to learn. We got time to yearn to learn. That's the beautiful thing about it, right? The heather neither grump and the yearn to learn wraith slash raptors. Don't know what they're called anymore. I've heard him called both. I've also heard him called chickens, believe it or not. I have not heard the grump called a frog, though, because I've actually heard a rumor that it's not the frog. It is a mushroom residing within the frog once he has feasted his tiny man nose upon it. Okay, listen, I'm going against the Yasuo here, and I think I'm learning that Yasuo wins the matchup. But what I'm learning more than that is that Yasuo is just such a volatile lane. You know what I'm talking about, dude? Like, this dude, like, listen, he either destroys or he just does not, to put it nicely. I mean, I could put it in a lot of different ways, you know what I'm talking about there. But listen, Yasuo's getting away. He's running. Somebody catch this man, right? He's like a piece of wind or something. I'm also learning that, you know, maybe don't dash unless I'm sure I'm gonna hit it, you know? Because not having dash and missing the dash, like, for the damage, and then also at the same time being that much closer to the enemy and within their creep wave, it's a problem, dude. And then Shaco decides that he just wants to tax me. That's the second time he taxed me. You know what, dude? in the moment, I was like, why you taking, what's the deal? You know, what's going on here? But, you know, now that I look back on it, that's just part of the reality of League of Legends, right? Adaptation is one of the biggest key assets you can have as a player in the game. I am hypothesizing right now, you know? And listen, I needed to be able to adapt to missing out or sharing experience on that wave and the one wave a couple waves ago. Shyvana knocked me out of my ult here, and that was unfortunato because it also knocked me out of my life. Oh no, how could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Or did I, you know? There's a word that is similar to mistakes. It rhymes with something. I just can't think of it. I'm trying to think of it, but admittedly, am I trying too hard? Nah. Could I be trying harder? Sure! Why not? There's a lot of different things that a person could do in a lot of different times and a lot of different places in the big, beautiful world that I like to call the world. The world is a good place, dude. You know, it's a thoughtful place. It's a place of beauty. It's a place of glory. It's a place of just the most impressive Shyvana flashes out of brushes that I've ever seen in the history of anything ever. It's a place of Shaco or slash Shaco saving me when I'm about to die to Shyvana. It's a place of Shyvana overextending when she doesn't know where our Shaco and or Shaco is. It's a place of she almost killed the both of us. You know, it's a place of the whole enemy team is trying to sneak up on me here, so I got a blast going out of here, make sure they can't destroy me. But it's also a place of they're still coming after me, so it is indeed a place of I really just got to teleport out of this situation. But it's a place of as I'm teleporting, I'm realizing that they probably don't have vision on me, so it's a place of it's probably a waste to teleport, but it's also a place of better safe than sorry, especially in a situation such as this where the kills are so close and the pressure on each team is so equal and the game is so close. And DDO, my friend, you guessed it, more than 1,000 years ago, Shyvana's coming in and Xayah's coming in as well. They both got taunted, which is good for us because we're really able to put down the damage and the pressure on the entirety of the enemy team with Shaco and or Shaco picking up a triple kill, allowing us to go for the Baron when I sneak into the brush. And then Singed is all like, how do you do, mate? And I'm like, Singed, how do you do, mate? And Poppy's like, how do you both do? As she tries to knock us both away, but luckily I'm an ally, so I don't get knocked away. And then Yasuo is like, hey, I'm Yasuo, I won lane super hard, so I can overextend, right? And then, uh-oh, our whole team is there, so he can't actually do any of that, so we end up catching him out. But their whole enemy team is pushing bot lane, and they end up getting the inhibitor tower. Oh no, how could this possibly happen? And then I'm trying to catch one of them, maybe I can, and Singed gets slowed by something. I don't know what it possibly is, but it's certainly something, dude. There's no arguing against that. Like, it could have been anything. It could have been any of the slows that exist in the history of League of Legends, provided that it's on the kits of one of the 10 champions in the game, specifically one of the 5 champions on the allied team. And at this point in time, I'm 2-6, but I'm not even close to 10 CS a minute. I got 180 at 27, and yet I still taunt the bot lane duo, you know, Xayah and Rakan, and I really just do a lot of damage to them, allowing Jinx to just roll on in and clean them up. Jinx, I probably should have tanked the tower for her, but in the end, I ended up tanking something for her because I put my ult on the top of her noggin, and that's okay because in the end it doesn't matter how many waves get taken by the enemy Shaco. He was able to turn it into a victory with the help of a Jinx who got something like 19 kills. And that is all that we needed to get promoted to Gold 3.